So hello everyone, it is Jaden and welcome back to another video. For this week's video, I thought I would bring you all along with me as I make some lovies. And if you're wondering what lovies are, they are basically just tiny, cute little felt plushies. So let's get into it. First things first, I decided to write down a little list of all of the lovies that I would like to make. Now 15 of these lovies are going to be for my cousin, as she is a teacher and she requested some from me, and the rest of them are going to be for an art market that I am doing. But once I finished writing out my list, I pulled out my box of scrap felt that you may have seen in my Summerween video, and I basically just sorted through that and picked out colors that I would like to use for whatever lovie I'm going to make. This one, I didn't really need to sketch anything out, but that is something that I will do because I don't make patterns for lovies. I just usually just go with the flow. But this one in particular is just going to be a chocolate chip cookie, something super simple. Making lovies are really great if you have like pieces of scrap felt that may be too small for other projects, but they're still big enough that you don't really want to throw them away or get rid of them. So I highly recommend just making lovies. And lovies are the name that my mom actually gave to them. I think lovies is like the actual name for like those little like baby like cloths that have like a little like character on the end. I don't know, I'll insert a picture of what I'm talking about. But my mom gave these tiny little felt plushies the name lovies, and it kind of stuck. But anyways, right now I was cutting out some frosting for some of the cookie lovies, and I just went about trimming it down as it was a bit too big, and I wanted you to be able to see some of the tan of the cookie underneath. So lovies are not something that I make to put onto my shop online. They are purely for just in-person markets and other events, because I only sell them for like $3 for $1, so they're really cheap. And honestly, there's no point in selling them online because I do so many different little versions and variations, and that would just be a lot of trouble. But these are great for in-person events because, you know, obviously a lot of the stuff that I make is, you know, something that a little kid would like. You know, I make very cutesy plushies and stuff like that. So these are obviously something great for kids. And again, they're really small. You can get, you know, multiple ones of different designs, and, you know, they're pretty affordable. And I also really like making them because, like I've mentioned, they're great for just using up scrap felt. And I don't know, they're just super cute. As you can see right now, I just went along cutting out the rest of the lovies. I did not show me cutting out every single one that I had written down on the list because we would have been here all day. So I just wrote down like I just cut out and filmed and cut out the left side of the list that I made. Like I said, most of these are going to be for an art market that I'm doing August 17th, which I'm very excited about because I have not done a little market since April, which was the Redbud Festival. So like I said, I'm very excited. This is one that is new to me. My cousin actually told me about it because she had went before and said it was really nice. So I put in an application and I got in. But anyways, here are all the cut out lovies, and then here are some more that I found in a bag of plushies that I needed to make. But anyways, I just got to work gluing down all of the little bits and pieces onto all of the lovies before I would stitch them down. Now, you'll see that I will just have a random amount of lovies picked out right here, and these are going to be all of the ones that I'm making for my cousin for her classroom. This one I had already gotten started on back whenever I first cut it out, but I just got to work cutting out all of the lovies and then just stuffing them the same way I would do any other plushie. But anyways, let me get back to talking about that little art market. Like I said, it was something that my cousin had shown to me and she had gone and said it was really nice. I had to submit an application and I was accepted, and so I will be doing that on August 17th, which is a Saturday. This particular location does craft events, the third Saturday of every month. So if I do well and I really like it, there's a chance that I will be going there again in the future. It's also really nice because since this is my first time at this event, I only have one table, which is really nice because that means I don't have a lot of other extra stuff to worry about. I can just bring enough for the table and then some extras when stuff sells out, and I don't have to worry about having 2 extra tables and a tent and stuff, since this is an indoor event, which is also another plus, especially since it's in August and it's most definitely going to be hot. But I am very excited, and like I said, if I do well and I decide to do this event again, I can upgrade my space to include to have a space where I can include another table and stuff like that, which could also be very nice if I do very well. I am hoping that there are going to be some more markets and stuff like this locally, so I can do some like towards Christmas and stuff like that, because I do really enjoy selling stuff in person, and there's not a lot in the summer in my area, which I can totally understand because of like the heat and stuff like that, but at the same time, it would be super great for me, because then I wouldn't have to worry about working on stuff in between classes, and I would just have plenty of free time. But anyways, once all of the little lovies were sewn together, I went in with some acrylic paint and this dotting tool to put on their faces. Now, since they're so small, I do not do felt or like stitch on their faces, because it's such a hassle, and using acrylic paint is just 10 times easier. I also, as you'll see a little bit later on, I use acrylic paint to do some of their other little details for the plushies, such as sprinkles, and mainly just sprinkles, honestly. But you'll also see me working on the corn dog, which will have like little stripes of ketchup and mustard. These are all the little guys that had extra details. And here is that corn dog I just previously mentioned, getting on his little swirl or stripe of ketchup, and then eventually the mustard. I really like the little corn dog. I think it came out super cute. I don't know why, even though like the way that I did the ketchup and mustard reminds me of, I believe it's called like a DNA helix or whatever, but I don't know, that's kind of what it looks like, which was not intentional, but oops. Anyways, I went on to this little donut and I gave it some rainbow circle sprinkles, which I think came out super cute. My cousin pretty much gave me free range to make whatever I wanted in terms of lovies for her classroom, which was honestly a little bit difficult. So she teaches elementary school, so I was basically trying to think of things that little kids would like. So I mainly just did foods like this donut, and you'll see like the pizza and the Pop-Tart. I also just did a little star and a heart as well. Also the cat that you all saw me make, just because I thought that would be something that a kid would like. And honestly, I didn't really know what else to do. I didn't want to do anything themed like ghosts or pumpkins, which I had cut out for the markets and stuff like that, just because, like I said, I didn't really want anything themed. I just wanted something plain and simple. So food was probably the easiest thing to make. I also, for the cupcake, and you'll see for this chocolate chip cookie, I do put the little sprinkles and chocolate chips on the back so that they are complete that way. And then added some sprinkles to this frosted cookie, which are supposed to be like those ones that you can get at the grocery store. I'll insert a picture right here. Honestly, I can't lie, I kind of like those cookies. They're kind of good. But anyways, the final one that needed some designs done in acrylic paint was this little Pop-Tart. I gave it a little swirl or whatever you would call it in this cream colored acrylic paint. Now, as you can see, there's a lot of like little bits of like the fuzz of the felt like coming up. So I always just trim that down with these tiny pair of scissors. I did that to all of the other little lovies. But anyways, here are all of the finished little guys that are going to my cousin for her classroom. All the other ones will get finished eventually before my art market. But anyways, thank you all so much for coming along with me as I made these little guys. I'm showing each one off individually right now. I really hope that you all enjoyed this shorter video of me just talking about lovies and a just quick little breakdown of me making all of them. Like I said, I think these are such a great project to do with extra bits of felt that you may have. These would also be like super easy to make with kids, like if you want to teach them sewing and stuff like that, or at least I think it would be, especially since they're pretty small and simple depending on which kind of designs that you do. But anyways, like I said, thank y'all so much for coming along with me as I made these little guys. I really hope that you all enjoyed this video, and I really hope that you all have an absolutely amazing day. But anyways, I'm gonna go get these guys packaged up and ready for the post office.